3 minutes on this Aegis. How much can they get this time out of the first Aegis? Last time around, it was basically all the tier 2s.
Well, looks like they're going for more this time.
Yeah, well, there's
straight up to
no
high ground. They know there's no chrono. Like, no chrono, no grip. In what world do Tidebound kill Medusa twice right now?
Yep, Nightmare to start things out, but there's the creep at the ready. Helm of the Dom for the win. Nothing to say, jumps in with the Sandstorm. Gonna get that shot out of it, though. There's the fortification.
With the Ags as well on Medusa, or excuse me, on the Muerta.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he is gonna have insane zone. The zone control together with Mars is unreal.
And Feeble's gonna make this a little bit more annoying for Ghost, but eventually with the help of that siege creep, they get the tier 3 tower. Tidebound. Bach is gonna pop his ult with the Tombstone placed pretty far away as well. Pipe is activated, though, as the Medusa getting pretty low on mana, but this is just life #1 regardless. Stone Gaze already used as well. Now New coming in with the arena, onto 3 heroes, gets the spear onto Bach with the dead shot to follow. That is a dead Undying. Nothing to say, gets hookshot from out of nowhere by Omar, as these heroes are just dropping like flies for Tidebound. And this is surely going to be a set of racks, if not more. There are 2 buybacks still available, but a spear finding the Grimstroke, planet dead. NGX dominating again in this game too.
I mean, this might be Noob's best game of the tournament.
Absolutely.
He has missed 1 spear and everything else has just been absolutely pristine precision on all his spellcasting, decision-making, itemization. He crushed his lane. He's had some haters out there telling him he doesn't belong. I'm pretty sure he's making a case in this game for why he's here. Can't really put a finger on his or Nigma Galaxy's play today, just crushing the opposition. This is not even close.
No.
We thought this series could get interesting, maybe 3 games, you know, maybe long games, in which Nigma Galaxy has had a history of struggling. Well, the great solution to throwing late game is just don't get there. Just win both games in 30 minutes.
What did they eat for breakfast? They need to replicate this for sure. Pipe activated already for Bach, and NGX with 40 seconds on the Aegis, likely to play this disciplined. They will back away with an enormous lead now. 20K effectively, 2 sets of barracks at only the 28-minute mark.
It's so weird how this tournament has played out. We had the first stage with all these marathon games, and you're like, all right, we get to the stage. These games are going to be long. Strap in for some long late-night days.
Yeah.
And so far, some of the shorter games on average have been on this stage. Like, some teams have just cracked the code of how to deal with the Helm of the Dom split push and slowing the game down. They're just accelerating and seemingly just have some really good individual team versus team matchups. Or the 3-day break, some teams have just learned something crucial that sets them that far apart of the opposition. I kind of feel like if this was a repeat series that we would have had in the road to the International, there's no way Nigma Galaxy win 2 30-minute games then.
Yeah,
absolutely
for sure.
No way. They're just improving at a rapid rate, and they're starting to look like a potential contender for a high placement. This is not an easy opponent. You're just making them look like a walk in the park.
I mean, we talked about this when the format of the tournament has changed in recent memory with these breaks in between. I mean, that 3 days apparently made a huge difference for some of these teams.
Yep.
In terms of not only catching up to the meta, but perhaps solving some of it to prevent these 60-minute marathon games.
Yeah, maybe Nigma Galaxy figured out the secret breakfast 3 days ago, and they've been pumping up on it, kind of like Asterix. You get that reference?
Sure.
You don't know Asterix and Obelix?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Nothing to say. I'm going to try to defend the high ground as NGX going without the Aegis, by the way, as the Tombstone is just easily going to be cleaned up by Ghost. This is going to be the last-ditch effort. Tidebound need to defend, need to delay. They're going to smoke to try to get a good initiation. There's the Inkswell with the epicenter from Nothing to Say. The Soulbind to follow. Shiro has the Chronosphere at the ready. The Stone Gaze is doing absolute work for Ghost. Finally comes off the Chrono, but the Egg with the beautiful Sunray placement, and Tidebound have basically nothing left in the tank. They are dropping hard as Shiro trying to time walk away. He'll get it. No! Triple kill for Sumail as one last dead shot for the road. Buybacks now fully expended on the Tidebound side As Bach just getting tied to a high degree by Ghost, who's still fighting despite not having Aegis and no mana to speak of, as Noob brings Bach down and likely out for the rest of this tournament. GG is called as NGX 2-0 and continue their run here at TI.
Wow. You could have told me earlier today that Nigma Galaxy might be leveling up after their loss yesterday and they would figure something out and bring their best. I would have not believed you that this series was going to take about an hour total. Completely destroyed them both games. This Medusa strategy, Tidebound did not have the answer, and credit where it's due. These have been two really nice drafts from Kuro and the gang, and really not. When you look back on this series, there isn't really much to say about Nigma Galaxy making any crucial mistakes. They knew their limits, they ran something new, they're bringing this mid Muerta to the table that other teams in the future now have to address. And for me, the player of the series, probably if I have to pick one, Omar and the Clockwork, 2 games in a row.
100%.
Just stellar performance. And then this one, of course, for this individual game, gotta highlight Noob once more. What an incredible Mars performance.
Yeah, this might be the best Mars performance we've seen in the entire tournament, period. He was all over the place. And like you said, a single mistake, which is a hero that you typically will see many mistakes throughout a game of this length, but not the case this time for Noob. But they pick 3 of the same heroes NGX does as game number 1, and they still, Tidebound has no answers.
Yeah, it just seems, I mean, it is unfortunate, right? Tidebound had a great start to the series, now on the big stage, 0-4, not how you want it to go out.
Let's hear from the king.
I think we should. Samael, what did you guys figure out? Because this looked so clean from you guys.
We had some calm issues yesterday and a bit of nerves maybe. First stage series, but we had good talks last night and this morning. I think turned out well.
I mean, you've been on the main stage of TI loads of times now, but what about your teammates that haven't? How are they dealing with the TI pressure so well?
I think they're fine now. Maybe yesterday was a bit rough. I mean, even for myself, I still feel it, you know, especially the first games with this huge crowd and stuff like this. It's amazing, guys. It's amazing, to be honest. I love it.
Do you have any word for the fans out there in the audience who keep cheering so loudly for you?
It's always fun. Pretty much the reason I still compete for this crowd.
I do want to talk about your mid games as well, because Muerta mid, a little bit interesting from you. Where did this come from? Where did this Muerta mid idea come from?
I don't know. I just felt like there should be a new hero. Everyone has their heroes. I figured I'd do, why not Muerta, you know, with Dom.
It's very cool. It's looking really, really good, and it certainly got the best of Tidebound this time around. So, finally, now you move on once again. How do you feel playing in the lower bracket? How do you stop that getting to you?
I think we play better when we are on the verge of getting out, to be honest. So maybe it's better for us.
Famously so. Samael, thank you so much for coming to talk to me. Good luck. Hamburg, let's make some noise. The king is back to TI!
An absolutely massive fraud with Monte's Arena here for Samael, for Nigma Galaxy, and I love it because I was going to say the same thing. I think Nigma Galaxy are a team that thrive against elimination. This lower bracket is where